And what's going on? It's your boy Joe Fontaine, the VIP Soundlab, and I'm back on Maschine 1.8. We're going to be checking out the new tape and tube saturators. Yeah, man, I had thought the tape and tube saturators was supposed to be like a completely separate GUI, like a completely separate plugin that would open up in its own unique window. But basically, it's just built into Maschines, you know, into the built-in effects that's in Maschine. But it doesn't matter. It still works. It still works awesome, man. I just want to show you guys some tips and some techniques on that, how to get some real dope drum sounds and effects on your drums and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. So right now I'm gonna just pull a sample that I have over here inside of my computer here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the polyphony to 1 on that. All right, you also can press shift and mute on the hardware controller, and what that does is it cut it off. I found a little glitch in that. If you push it too much, sometimes it erases your sample. So if native instrument is watching that, you guys might want to check that. If you hit shift and mute too fast, sometimes it erases my sample, or maybe my controller's just bugging out. I don't know. I'm on the Mark 1. All right, so what I want to do with this sample is I want to manipulate a little bit. So I'm going to go over to the sample tab, and I'll just bring the screen up a little bit bigger here so we can get a better look at it. Now it pretty much is looped up pretty good, so I'm not gonna have to edit it. Okay, that's looking good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump over to the slice tab. I'm gonna use my hardware controller. All right, and let's see here. I think that's too many slices. You know, you can do how many slices you want to do. I think I'm gonna jump this, or rather, I'm gonna put this joint on 8 because that looks a lot better on time. I can see some of it's a little bit off, but no problem. You can go over here and adjust your timing here. So I'm going to adjust that a little bit. That looks good. This one right here needs to be, that's a little too quick. All right, so all right, that's not bad. I can freak that. All right, not too bad. I'm on a screen recorder, so it might be chopping up a little bit. So that's how you get your slices down. Now you can hit apply on the controller, which basically is going to map to this. But what I like to do, I like to get a completely different group. And what I'll do is you hold this icon right here, and it turns to that, and you just drop it on a group. All right, now I have my beats per minute set at 140, which I know is going to be way too quick. So I'm probably going to drop that down, maybe let's say like 100 just to start off with. All right, and that's looking pretty good. I'm going to show you how you can make Rex loops also with that. Or if you know how to make Rex loops, I'm going to show you how I'm going to manipulate this. Just wanted to get that a little more on time. You can right click over here if you wanted to, you know, custom group your colors on there. You can do that. Like for example, if I was to maybe make this one blue, you could do that. And if I wanted to make, let's say this one right here, like a different color, I can right click here, choose my color palette, make this one maybe like orange. And you can do that on each individual sound. I'll put the polyphony on 1. And another way you can do it, you can come over here under File, go under Preferences. I think I showed this in my last tutorial video on this. You can go down here to Colors, and you can choose a specific color, like your scenes up here, for example. Like if I wanted to make this this particular scene like green, or if I wanted to make it, you know, orange or whatever, you know, you can go ahead and you can do that, or you can just leave it on auto. Same with your group. If I want to change this group color to a different color, you see how everything just changed to purple or canyon, whatever. I just leave it on auto because it just automatic, you know, Maschine automatically is going to put these in its own groups anyway, so I don't even worry about that. Or you can turn it off and you can just use the default, which is basically going to be how it was in 1.7. All right, so we got that out the way. So now I got my sounds. So now I want to check out some of the new plugins. So what I want to do, you could put the effects, let's say, on each individual sound if you want to do it that way. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it on the whole entire group because I want to get it over the whole entire map here. And if you wanted to, record it, of course, you would erase these mappings. But what I'm doing is going to be a little bit different. So let's go ahead and check out the new Saturator plugins. So we'll bring these up like so. It has 3 modes. It has classic, it has tape, and it has tube. So if I'll check out the classic first, let's try it out on this kick. You see when I bring up the comp. All right, then we have a drive. And the contour. And of course, you can do this completely from the hardware controller, like this right here. You can see everything auto mapping up there, or rather, I should say it auto maps out there. We have the new AUTOWRITE pending feature now. So now, when you are doing your automation down below, you can do, I think, 2 knobs at the same time now. So that's a big beast monster effect in itself. But what I wanted to show you was the tape and tube saturator, or rather the tube saturator. This one right here is mad dope, and I'm gonna show you why in a minute, man. Native Instruments, they came correct on this tube plugin. I'm telling you, man, this is so incredible, and I'm gonna show you why in a minute. This thing is mad dope. But first, before I get into that, what I want to do is I want to freak my sounds a little bit further, and I'm going to show you how you can use the new pitch and time stretch feature to do that. So what you can do, let me go up onto my sample screen, go into edit. So you see, and then we're also going to increase the size of the screen a little bit here. All right, so you see right here, here's my samples. And as you can see, it's changing colors when I'm going through the sample maps. There's that red one, and there's that blue one. So that's dope in itself. But what I wanted to show you was, let me go ahead and get back over here into the settings. Now you can see right here it's auto detecting the beats per minute. It's showing as a bar long loop, and it's auto detecting the beats per minute at 101.1, which wasn't bad. I pretty much estimated at 100, so I was almost on point. Just a little bit off, but we got the new time stretch feature. So thank God, we have auto detection now, so I don't have to rack my brain as I did back there. All right, so let's say if you want, most people probably will stretch their notes maybe to like 1/8, or whatever the case may be. If you want to make it longer, 4 bars, it's gonna speed it up drastically if you put on 8 bars. But you can get some interesting effects doing that. If you want to really bug out and get like some really glitchy effects, you can do that. But most people probably put it on 1/8. All right, but for this tutorial video, the last one I did time stretching, so on this one I want to do the pitch shifting a little bit more. So we have a free mode here. You can tune it up here. Now, unfortunately, we can't hear this in real time, so you have to pretty much estimate it. For example, here's the kick. So if I wanted to bring this down to like 60%, like if you bring it down to 60% and hit your pad like this, you're not going to hear it. All right, so what you got to do is you got to hit the stretch icon on your hardware controller or hit the apply button here. So if I hit stretch here, all right, here it slows down a little bit. So I'm getting like that slowed down glitchy effect. Same thing if I wanted to make some different effects on my snares. If I wanted to take that snare, same thing. I bring up the settings. I go back to free mode. And let's say if I bring that one down to 60% also. Let's say about right there. And again, also can use my hardware controller. As you can see, let me get the mouse out of the way. You can see I'm doing it right there. Trying to get it perfectly on 60. It keeps jumping around. All right, press stretch. So you see I get that effect too. So you see I got some pretty interesting effects on that. Then, if I want to, come do some further manipulation on those sounds, I have that option. So now what I want to do, I have the pitch down kick and snare, so I want to further manipulate that in my sample. So what I want to do is I want to go back over to my group, which is going to be group C, and I'm going to jump back over here under this tab. Now you see I have the loops played out. I rather have the loop mapped out. So when I play it, what I just did now with the pitch feature, it's now affecting these mappings. All right, so now I want to further manipulate that, because I like real bass heavy drums, and I like snares that really crack. I do that in my drum kits a lot of times. So what I want to do, basically, again, I'm on the group feature, and I want to jump back over to my Saturator plugin, and we just went over these. So what I love about this one is the tube. So I'm gonna bring the tube up. Now I have a bass button here. If I turn this on, you can hear that. Man, that gets wild, man. You can increase the amount in the drive section here. Also the charge. So this works good for me. What I'm trying to make a really noisy, glitchy, hard-hitting drum sound. Same with the bass over here in the EQ section. In the highs. Now notice how that immediately accents now, because the plugin, the way I have it set up with the pitch effect, the regular sample is getting affected by the plugin, but the pitch shift gives it a whole different melody. Like this kick is now completely on a whole different level than that one. So when I'm mixing the sounds together, it's chopping up a little bit because I'm on the screen capture, so that's throwing me off a little bit, but you get a whole different effect on that. So that's a pretty cool way. I just want to show you guys that. And again, I had thought the tape and tube saturators again was going to be a completely different plugin, but that's good. Also with the Massive, you can download that from the Service Center. You might want to give Native Instruments, a good 48 hours for them to go ahead and hit you with that, and they'll send you, as far as your serial numbers and things like that, and then you just go to your Service Center and activate it. All right, so another thing you can do with your sounds, you can rearrange them like inside here. Like if you leave your mappings on here, you can get some interesting effects like moving the notes around a little bit, because your zone range is basically what's going to be set in your mappings. If you want to just record, you would erase all of this, but you can sit here and maybe like let's see, move this around a little bit, maybe like right here, and then maybe put this guy about right here, and now we'll have a completely different effect. So you see I get some pretty bugged out beat patterns. You get some bugged out beat patterns rearranging your drum kicks and snares and stuff like that. And if you notice here, I'm changing the beats per minute on that, but each individual slice is staying at its own specific stretch, or its beat per minute. It's like when I'm doing this, it's speeding up or slowing down, but it's keeping the timing. Check it out. See? So you got to remember also, these are slices. If I had a sample waveform on there, of course it would work a little bit different, but you can get some different interesting effects on that. So yeah, man, Native Instruments came correct, and I just wanted to show you guys the new saturator, the tube and tape saturator plugins, and the pitch feature on the new Maschine 1.8 update, man. Because the new Maschine 1.8 update, I'm loving it. It is incredible. And this again just confirms that Maschine is one of the dopest. I mean, one of the dopest DAWs out here right now. I mean, I don't think nothing out right now can touch Maschine, with an exception of maybe the Renaissance that's out right now. This is coming close. So yeah, man, Native Instruments is definitely coming correct on this. The 1.8 update is mad dope. Yo, so I just wanted to give a shout out, you know what I mean, while I'm here, I was on Facebook. I want to give a shout out to my boy St. Joe. So he's always on point with what's going on in the music world. And also want to give a shout out, there's another dude I've seen on YouTube, this guy Flux. Yeah, I seen a video by Flux. Flux is dope. I want to give a shout out to him. He's doing his thing. And oh yeah, Knox Squared. I see Knox Squared be doing like a lot of sampling videos with the turntables, you know what I mean? So I want to give a shout out to them. Yo, this is your boy Joe Fontaine, the VIP Soundlab. Just want to let you guys know I do have a VIP membership. It's $9.99, no monthly fees. Again, I repeat, no monthly fees. You can come on, sign up, and get locked in for a lifetime subscription to free controller editor templates, drum kits, and basically you name it, Pro Tools session, custom mappings for Reason, custom mappings for Ableton Live. Speaking of which, we have a new 1.8 controller editor template, and I'm working on that right now. What I'm going to do, being that we have the new host transport control, you might say, well, what's the big deal on that? Because, you know, the previous controller editor templates did that, and they do, but the difference with it now is the new controller editor template you can control internally, or rather you can record internally inside of Maschine without recording inside your DAW. So what I wanted to do with that was just take it a step further. So what I did was I took that controller editor template, and I'll do my next video on that. What I'm going to do, I'm taking that, I'm not sure if I'm going to do 24 tracks or 8 tracks, I'm not really sure yet, but I'm going to take that and I'm going to further enhance it. I'm going to like blow it up with like a lot of mappings on it. So when you go inside Ableton Live, it's going to have mad control. I mean, you'll be able to record still, you know, internally inside Maschine, but I'm also going to put all the other controls to do other things with Ableton Live for even further manipulation. So right now that's top secret, but that's going to be coming out probably in the next week or so. So look out for that. That's going to be crazy dope. And I think some people were saying they wanted something for Pro Tools. So with Pro Tools, for right now, guys, basically what you want to do in your controller editor templates is just CC map it. When you bring up the CC Learn feature inside Pro Tools, you're just going to map that to your controller editor template and save that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do a Pro Tools one too, and get busy on that. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, man. That's new Tape and Tube Saturator Plugins. Man, I'm loving it, man. Native Instruments came correct on this. I'm loving it, man. This is dope, man. So it's your boy Joe Fontaine, the VIP Soundlab. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.